RBC is projecting double-digit unemployment. They're saying it's going to come from the coronavirus economic collapse, and instead of tax relief, you're all getting a 50% hike in the one tax that touches absolutely everything in your life. The Chinese coronavirus is grinding the already struggling Canadian economy to a screeching halt. Just look at this headline here. Double-digit unemployment rates are a certainty, RBC's Don Desjardins. And Leon's, the furniture chain, is closing 72 of its 205 stores across Canada and laying off 3,900 workers in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And there's this headline from Bloomberg. It's from just a couple of days ago. Canada's economic heartland is shutting down as Ontario and Quebec step up efforts to slow down the coronavirus outbreak. The two provinces, which together account for about 57% of the country's economy, have ordered non-essential businesses to close by the end of Tuesday. The order is set to run for 2 weeks in Ontario and 3 in Quebec. And before Quebec and Ontario shut down all non-essential services this past Tuesday, nearly 1 million people had already filed for employment benefits. So, of course, that number is going to continue to skyrocket. The CRA, already overwhelmed by a bad economy, cannot keep up anymore. Just look at this prediction from the Globe and Mail. Ottawa is bracing for an influx of 4 million applications under a new relief fund that will pay $2,000 a month to workers who have lost income because of the COVID-19 pandemic, even as the existing employment insurance program is struggling to cope with a recent surge of applications. Now, to put that number into more broader context, the United States, at 10 times the size of Canada, has seen 3.3 million people file for unemployment. Now, if we scale up Canada's predictions of 4 million COVID-19 related EI claimants, that would be like 40 million people filing for unemployment benefits in the United States. This is like the Great Depression, and I'm very sad to say it's probably only going to get much worse. But in the midst of this, Justin Trudeau is hiking his carbon tax, his one and only tax that makes everything you do, eat and need, more expensive. And Trudeau's raising it by 50%. Trudeau is raising the price of bread when 4 million breadwinners are predicted to file for unemployment benefits in the very near future. However, isn't this exactly what the Liberals always wanted? They wanted a decarbonized economy with everybody staying at home. No flights, no travel, no movement, no jobs except those that allow for telecommuting. The oil sands phased out. China's basic dictatorship admired by the left for its so-called handling of the crisis. This is the future the Liberals advocated for. It had to come by a virus, though, because the Liberals' green windmilled future, well, it never came, and it was never ever going to come. I guess the lesson here is, Liberals, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it and punish the rest of us with it. But now that the deindustrialization of Canada that the Liberals always wanted is here, complete with all the job losses, poverty, and economic collapse that any thinking person predicted would come along with it, isn't this enough for the Liberals to put this crazy carbon tax on ice? I think so, and I think you do too. Canadians are facing the worst economic crisis since the 1930s, since the dirty 30s. We don't need another tax, one that makes everything more expensive because of the Liberals' strange anti-human green ideology. Canadians need tax relief, and they need it now. At Rebel News, we're fighting back, and we need your help. Please add your name to the growing list of Canadians who think this tax hike in the middle of a recession is cruel and economically illiterate. You can sign that petition at stopthecarbontax.com. The hardworking, law-abiding workers of this great country will suffer incredibly as a result of this tax. And for what? So our trust fund, fake progressive, blackface prime minister can continue his heartless, pre-pandemic, eco-radical agenda to impress all of his celebrity friends? Sign our petition today at stopthecarbontax.com and send Justin Trudeau a message. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. It's absolutely cruel that Justin Trudeau is hiking his unnecessary carbon tax by 50% on April 1st in the middle of the coronavirus recession. We're fighting back. We're trying to send a message. Please go to stopthecarbontax.com to sign our petition today.